Hey fight fans, today in this video, as you already know, there are only a few hours left before the long-awaited fight between Charles Oliveira and Islam Makhachev. And a few hours before the weigh-in, photos and video footage from Oliveira's weight cut appeared online. While some experts predicted a collapse on the scales for the Brazilian, he did make weight and even saved himself by almost a half a kilo. So this is a huge victory for Charles Oliveira and the fans themselves, as this fight is now real. I mean, after all, the whole fight island is set against him. At the press conference, everyone could see that when the whole room started chanting the names of Khabib Nurmagomedov and Islam Makhachev. Even Islam did not expect such deafening support. And in addition to everything else, the bookmakers also are considering him the favorite. Therefore, this should give Makhachev some confidence going into the fight, but most fighters are betting on Charles Oliveira. Why? Well, the sports community is so confident in Charles' victory that opposing opinions are already taken. So we're gonna see what. Moreover, Gilbert Burns even expressed his willingness to bet $50,000 on Oliveira's victory. Anthony Smith, Conor McGregor, and Michael Bisping also do not believe in Makhachev. Now, of course, there are some opposing opinions, especially among the Russian athletes, but why do most fighters bet on Charles? I mean, after all, Makhachev has a chic series of victories, incredible skills on the ground, and Khabib himself is a coach and friend. So I'm wondering, why is that? Well, first you need to understand that Oliveira in recent years has gained the great respect of his peers, and deservedly so. Every fight he goes into, even with the one with the last weigh-in, is great. Charles showed that he knows how to counter top opponents. He knows how to punch and has that real champion spirit. Now, on the other side of the coin, there are no such things regarding Makhachev. So what many fans are blaming him for is that he didn't fight the real big names, except for Dan Hooker, but he has lost 4 of his last 5 fights. And in addition, Oliveira now seems to have 0 weak points. His striking skills have caught up with his ground skills. But Makhachev, well, he's a machine. Islam definitely has better grappling overall than Oliveira, but he has no experience in a championship fight. And maybe that's why the most famous of fighters are betting on the victory of Charles.
I don't want to say anything negative about the other fight, but this fight is about as good as it gets, with 2 absolute studs in their prime. Like I was just saying, you got Oliveira, who's on an 11-fight win streak. You got Islam, who's on a 10-fight win streak. The only thing that you could argue in this one is that Oliveira has fought much better competition in his career, but look at who Islam trains with every day. I mean, this guy trains with straight animals every day, including Khabib.
Well, okay, for the prediction, I'll give you the prediction first, and I'm gonna choose Oliveira, and I've been sticking with that because initially I just said I'm fucking done doubting him. He always makes me look stupid. Every time I think I got it figured out, he comes out with something different. But I think when it comes to the grappling, I think Charles Oliveira is going to be, 1, the most dangerous guy, and 2, I think he's going to create enough scrambles and position changes to either get back to his feet or start attacking submissions, and Islam's going to be forced to be defensive. And I think he's going to have to end up pulling out, which is going to give the space. I think Islam's only really got one way to win, and that's get on top, be dominant, positionally be in the right spot at all the time, because he's not going to submit Charles. I just don't see that happening. Biggest advantage I think that Islam has is his conditioning, because there's no way he's going to get tired, and he can be in those gritty, high-paced, high-action grappling exchanges, back to his feet, back on the ground, up and down, and he can do that as long as you need him to.
I can't wait to see it, to be honest, and it's not in Islam's backyard, but it is, you know what I mean? Charles is coming into enemy territory. I cannot believe he's the underdog. I just don't understand it. Like, the people who he's finished in a row, what he done to Tony, you know what I mean? I don't understand how he's the underdog. Like, I'm trying to be fair, you know what I mean? I want Charles to win. I like Charles. He's one of my favourite fighters to watch. He's brilliant. But the only way I see Islam winning is literally if he sits on top of him for 5 rounds. But I think if it goes to decision, it's Makhachev. If it's going to be a finish, it's going to be Charles. But I'm going for Charles personally. I just think he's fought a higher caliber of opponent. So he knows how to get through these hard times, because Islam will take him down, 100%. Yeah, my pick, Charles Oliveira. If you just want to bet with me, you don't have to though. I don't mind. You know what I mean?
Islam and Khabib are just different. There's a different strength. When they get on top, it's over. It's not going to last. Oliveira is as tough as he is, It's just different. You know, you can be as strong mentally as you want on the feet, and you think you can play on the ground, but it's a different kind of weight.
But who are you betting on? Go ahead and leave your predictions down in the comments below, and let's see whose prediction will be closer to the truth. Don't forget to support our channel by liking, subscribing. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys soon.